Yesterday, I was in Yulmore doing my regular business, and I could not help but notice this drawing over in Yulmore. And if there was ever a situation where you could say you cannot make this up, this is definitely one of those situations. Why? Well, it's because of this drawing's particular name. Yeah, I don't know why Square Enix decided to give him a name like this, but hey, I'm not the one who made this game, it was all on them. But yeah, to get a name like Fat Hard, I don't know if there are people out there who generally took offense when they saw this name, and I wouldn't blame them if they did, but if they have a reason to be frustrated at this guy's name, they know exactly who to take it out on. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world. Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for another edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog here on Final Fantasy XIV's Exodus server. So, yeah, I thought I'd give you guys something a little lighthearted, knowing that we have some serious things coming up over the next couple of weeks, and we just got the announcement a few days ago on the details for this year's edition of All Saints Wake. So, really looking forward to what they're going to do with it this year. I'm pretty sure that, as in the past, as we saw in 2016, we can expect the return of the minigame Haunted House, where people go in as a party of 4 and do various sorts of random games that are associated with a basically a reskin of Hawk Manor, but there's no monsters you have to fight. There are monsters you have to avoid, but none you have to fight, as well as a few other challenges that the game throws at you to have you play for a variety of special goodies associated with All Saints Wake, this game's version of Halloween. But even more importantly is now we are starting to get information in regards to the launch of patch 5.1. So we're starting to see some of the characters that are being associated with it. We got a first look at a new dungeon that'll be associated with the patch. I don't know if it's... They've only given us information on one dungeon to this point. I don't know if it's because they only plan to launch one new dungeon at a time with Shadowbringers, because in Stormblood they did it at 2 dungeons at a time with each new patch. And before that, with The Realm Reborn and with Heaven's Ward, it was 3 new dungeons at a time with each patch. So I don't know if if this new dungeon that they're going to give us is something that's going to be done on the side, or if it'll be done as part of the main story. As well, we don't know if there's going to be a trial yet associated with this patch. Will there be one? Because there were trials that were introduced in various patches in the previous expansions, so there's definitely a lot to look forward to in regards to that. So another thing that I know people were really wanting to see, but is not coming to fruition, is the introduction of housing in Ishgard. It was something that was mentioned was going to be brought in last year, when they were bringing down details of what would happen in Shadowbringers, was housing in Ishgard. But if that is going to happen, it's not going to happen in this patch, as they've decided to add additional housing districts. So each of the 4 housing districts now in the game will now be up to 21 wards each. So, and they're also limiting the new additions to free companies only, to give them the opportunity to get a chance to get their own houses, which is a good idea. I think it's a good idea to give priority to such people, to give them a chance to set up shop, especially new free companies, because we are seeing a lot of new FCs being formed over the course of the last few months, especially here on Exodus, because of course, given that we've been returned to preferred server status, it's definitely helped a lot of people to take up the initiative to introduce their own free companies. I'm seeing a lot of people who are advertising like, hey, I'm starting a free company, come join mine. And so yeah, those people who have been wanting to get FCs started are definitely taking the opportunity to do so now, while the opportunity is there with a preferred server status in effect for Exodus. As for us, we were still, of course, trying to get as many new members as we can. We only got we believe we only got a couple of new people to join us over the course of the last few days. I'm trying to remember who those are. Yeah, Tuna Force was the most notable, and definitely had a lot of good conversations with Tuna already. So I also got to help them out with their initial dungeon trio in A Realm Reborn, and we've had some really good conversations. So I think Tuna will be sticking around for a while at least. Sadly, among those we lost included First Light, who we had the opportunity to set a world record on the first day she arrived. So yeah, we're holding steady around 71. So we are definitely holding our own now. We have a strong enough group of people established to be able to have active people on a regular basis. But of course we'll keep on going, we'll keep on plugging for ourselves, and we'll see how many more people we can get before the new patch comes out. Given where we currently are in terms of the timing, I'm expecting that they said it would be late October, so the way I'm looking at it right now, it'll probably be October 29th for the launch of the new patch. They haven't nailed down a specific date yet, and Lou, who's our good friend and who's usually in our FC on a regular basis, hasn't informed me on when the specific date is, because he's usually in the know on that sort of thing. But I guess we'll find out soon enough what information he can enlighten us with, and we'll see how it all unfolds. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog. As always, if you have a character here on Exodus, or are looking to create one on Exodus, and you're interested in joining our free company, we'd be more than happy to have you with us. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navarro Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.